Okay, so the next one that I'll be talking about is now these are two like this is where I was confused because I was inebriated. So I was going through the wheel of Tubi and I was like, Bigfoot, the movie with Alice Cooper and Danny Bonaducci. Let's watch that one. That one's been on my radar for a bit. And so, but then I got the wrong Bigfoot. It was big. Now the Bigfoot with Danny Bonaducci and Alice Cooper is called just Bigfoot. There's another movie called Bigfoot the movie, which has got a bunch of like rednecks in Pennsylvania that encounter Bigfoot, and they get all this pushback from the mayor and the sheriff and everything else. And these guys are the real ones that can fight off Bigfoot, and no one believes them. But that's the one I watched instead, is Bigfoot the movie, thinking I was watching the one with Alice Cooper. Halfway through it, I was like, where is Alice Cooper and where is Danny Bonaducci? Why are these like rednecks from Pennsylvania just walking around?
Why am I almost fully done this movie and I haven't seen Alice Cooper
yet? I was halfway through before it finally sunk in. I was like, I'm watching a completely different movie now.
Well, the interesting the thing about Bigfoot and actually doing any film about this stuff is I think it's technically public domain, right? So if you call it Bigfoot or Sasquatch or whatever, feel free to use the name because you can't trademark it. The only problem is everyone else is using the same name.
Right.
That's why you'd want to use a different title potentially, but that's why there's Sasquatch and then Sasquatch this, Bigfoot this. Like they're all, and also stuff like Boggy Creek. You can't trademark it because it's a place. Willow Creek, which are all places that people have seen them, but that's why it can get a little confusing. It's a little confusing when you're finding these films because it's not like Star Wars and someone else can just make it up and can't use that name. Feel free to use Sasquatch.
It's deliberately designed to confuse people when they're drunk scrolling through Tubi at night. And they're like, maybe they'll just watch this. We'll have all these Bigfoot movies. And they're all very similar titles. Maybe they'll just go through the whole run of them, which is kind of like what I was on my way doing. Anyway, so the Bigfoot the movie is basically like, I could tell their idea was, what if we took like the Trailer Park Boys and then we had like that environment and we mixed it with a Bigfoot movie, because the guys from the Pennsylvanian rednecks are very much like, it seems like they're trying to riff off and be characters like in the Trailer Park Boys, except they don't have anybody as funny as Bubbles. They got kind of like a sloppy guy with a beard, and then they got a redneck guy with a baseball hat on, and then they have a guy with a mullet.
Is it super low budget? Like super low budget?
It's micro. It's not as micro as Suburban Sasquatch, but it's definitely, it's probably like looks like it's like a $50,000 movie, something like that.
That's pretty low budget.
Yeah. But anyways, not really. I mean, they do like end up showing the Bigfoot like towards the end when the rednecks are fighting it quite a bit, but and there's some comic relief out of that for some of like the low budget effects, but the rest of the movie is just kind of like fails for everything it's shooting for in both the comedy and Bigfoot department. So I would say skip that one, skip right past that one on the wheel of Tubi.
Okay. Although I'll still probably watch it. Now,